powerful words that can heal magic in people's life in unbelievable ways. And they try to actually meet the sense of acceptance of people who believe in us. Will actually help us widen our horizon and reach out to the eternal energies that we already have in us and make things possible which we considered as impossible earlier. Dear Toastmasters and guests, I am Ravindranath. And I am Ravindranath, named after Ravindranath Tagore, who wrote poetry, but unlike him, I write software. I am a software engineer. And today's talk is about how these wonderful words, I believe in you, have transformed me as a person. I was born and brought up in Bellampalli, Adilabad district in Telangana. And I had two siblings. And normally one is younger to me and one is older than me. And I was sandwiched between these two. So people who are actually like that can relate, right? Anyone of you like that? No? Okay. So normally like what happens in a family of three, and if you're not neither younger or not the older, you generally get lost. Parents like, in my family, my sister used to get a lot of attention. She was elder to me from my father. So he used to adore her a lot. And my brother used to get a lot of attention from my mom. So I used to feel lost, come on. Because I used to feel that, hey, I'm not getting the deserved attention from them. And till my second class, I studied in my grandparents' home, and it was in Telugu medium. And when my parents realized that there is no English medium in that school, they actually like brought me back to Bellampalli and they put me in an English medium school. And transition from Telugu medium to English medium has been always tough, and so I really never enjoyed school at that point of time. And I used to be kind of, I used to play a lot of games. I was interested in outdoor games. So that was how I used to entertain myself, and that is how I built my world around myself. I was an introvert who spoke very rarely and used to be very silent in the class. That was like when anyone asked, used to ask like, where is Ravindranath? Okay, the guy who is silent in the class, he is Ravindranath. That was the reputation I made in my school. And my most favorite subject was Telugu, because I used to flunk in other subjects. I never used to enjoy those things. Initially, I used to not to understand. I never had developed interest also. So that was, I was an average student, and I was happy with it because I thought nobody cared about it. In those days, actually, like 7th class was a board exams. So it's like our papers will not be corrected in our school itself. They will be sent out, and we'll be having external evaluators correcting. And I dreaded maths like anything. Maths, I dreaded like hell. So I gave my exam, and I know that I failed it really bad. And yeah, so on the day when results were declared, I know that I was going to get good amount of thrashing at home. So yeah, I did not go home immediately after the results were declared. I waited till late in the evening, and I went home late so that I was hoping that I would escape the encounter with my parents. Hey, what is the marks? How did you fare and all? So however, that did not happen. They were actually waiting for me. The moment I entered, they were like curious because they had their friends' kids who already scored well, and they are ready to actually like compare me with them and say, oh, how you are doing and all. So these were the thoughts actually running in my mind, and that's what happened. When I went home, they asked me what were the results. I told them my marks were really bad. I just barely managed to pass. So I was actually expecting, okay, I'm going to get a class saying that, hey, you did not, okay, this you should have done this, you should have done that. But complete contrast to what I expected, my father congratulated me, and he told, don't worry about that. We believe in you. We believe in you, and you are going to make our family name proud. And my mother actually, she prepared sweet to actually celebrate my meager marks. I just did not understand what was happening. Till that point, I thought that they never actually cared about me. At that moment, I realized the love that they had for me, the belief they have put on me. Actually, that was the moment I was transformed myself. Like, I was a new me. Like, I started involving more in the class. I used to slowly, like, I have seen that my grades started improving. So in 7th class, when I was a just pass student, by the time I came to 8th class completion, I became a class topper. That was phenomenal change, which surprised so many people whom I know well, including myself. It was like that. I was a new me. So that was when actually I have decided that I have learned that if you really believe in yourself, nothing is impossible. Once you believe in yourself, anything is possible. And that is when I actually decided to share the gift which I got from my parents with others. So I used to motivate my friends in case they look discouraged with all of the situations of their life. That was my passion. So after my graduation, I used to go volunteering for teaching. I used to teach in government schools or orphanages. That was my pastime activity which I used to do. And teaching was in my blood. My mother is a teacher. So I wanted to blend that with the gap in the current situation. So right now I see that the college going students, most of the graduates, they do not have the good skills to actually communicate. Like they lack a communication skills as well as the interview skills or some of the soft skills which are actually important for them to grow in their career. So my current goal is to use my passion with this to bridge this gap and to make difference in their life. Dear Toastmasters, I believe you. I believe each and every one of you. We will garner the best strengths of out of the Toastmasters and make a positive difference in this world. Thank you.